my dear friends of Minston County. As we continue in this fortunate year of 1946, I'm delighting in the moral leadership of our very own Mr. Bascom. For he is laboring to mend the degenerate among us. From those who seek to deaden the mind with narcotics, to the women of our town who degrade themselves through the sale of their bodies. With pioneering new treatments, Mr. Bascom is bringing an era of ethical prosperity to Minston. Through a series of severe yet humane procedures,
Why are you sweating, Ma?
One drop's not sweating, Donnie.
You scared?
Okay, will you quit digging on me? I'm fine.
What is this place? Oh, geez, you ain't taking me to the orphan home, are ya?
Gave you a chicken brain idea like that?
The round man that comes over on Tuesdays said he'd take me there if I told anyone that he was in our house. And if he does, I'll pretend to be asleep. When he comes into my room, I'll jump up and poke him in the belly with a nail.
What have I told you to do with crooked thoughts like that? Huh? Look at me. When you feel them coming, you shoo them away. You keep shooing until they're gone. You hear me? Gone. So, when I get done, I got a surprise for you.
What is it?
Gonna sleep somewhere special tonight.
Mr. Harold's hotel?
Mm-hmm. But you gotta watch your sister for me, okay? Like a good big brother. Read your book until you fall asleep. Okay.
Love you too.
Hello, Barbara.
Mr. Bascom.
I'm delighted that you agreed to this. All the traditional consequences.
You think it's gonna help me?
The clinicians are quite hopeful. I, of course, value their treatment process. But I'm placing most of my faith in you, Barbara. Imagine your life no longer defined by your vulgar behavior. A world where your children are no longer tarnished by your reputation, or heaven forbid, relegated to the care of the county. This is not a punishment to atone for what you've done. It's an opportunity to reimagine what you might become. Shall we?
Please apply the nodes to the subject's primary pleasure sensories. Please bring in the erotic stimuli. Douglas, you may step forward. Please remove your covering. Keep your eyes fixed on his midsection. Study every curve, every hair. Never grow thirst for him. He is but a creature.
I don't think you're supposed to be here.
You come near my sister again, and I'll make you breathe your last, you hear?
We need to get him to the clinic. Get his face patched up.
He can lay there and think about what he did.
You're starting to scare me, Donnie.
Anybody that fools around with Bean ought to be scared.
Yeah, but you can't go off trying to kill a man over it.
He ain't dead.
Damn near it.
Not one of us can deny that a carnival of wickedness has come to our humble town. But for this we cannot place blame on the lurid statesman who poisoned our waters, or the foreigner who hides behind his mongering threats of violence. For while the physical bomb is yet to becloud Winston County, there is one who works tirelessly on our behalf, even as we're baptized by the blood of perversion. But let us not forget the progress we have made under the rule of Mr. Bascom, whose mechanisms of justice have freed us from our past perversions. The foolish among you may protest the severity of his methods, but a true countryman never questions the need for order and enforcement.
It's supposed to be a real current treatment. I know you hate the idea of being injected with something, but I'll be back first thing to check on you. We'll try to bring Bean, too. But I think we got reason to be hopeful.
There ain't nothing hopeful about this place.
I already boiled some.
You get supper?
I'm fine.
Hey, sorry I didn't bring anything home. Want to see BAB before they started the new treatment. Going back first thing if you want to come.
No, thank you.
I can see you're on about something. Just let it out.
I heard you gave it to Professor Nickens. Sent him to the clinic and everything.
That man shouldn't have been alone in my house with you.
He's my calculations teacher. He was helping me study.
He can help folks with their educational work at the educational facility. Not in my house alone with my 14-year-old sister. Bean, you're too young to understand the intentions of men. I did what I did, and it was for the best. You take it. I'm heading to Mr. Harold's.
But why do we question when moral behavior is met with just punishment? Without enforcement, the hard-working laborer is but putty in the hands of evil. So we must make example of the woman who sells her body and the man who has turned to mind-modifying medicines. We must not faint with compassion when we see such deeds duly punished.
My, that is low. How'd the boy do today?
He lived up to his reputation. Lawson, I'm famished. What do you say we head into the local meat shop and devour us some lamb tips?
It's a bit early for supper.
Rhoda, you are a cherry red tulip that's always in full bloom.
Save the flattery until we finish the task at hand.
And to waste these fine motel furnishings.
This is a place of business. Give me the pill! Well, you're not gonna give it to me! Get out of here! Shoo! Shoo! Ah! Damn it! Thanks, Donnie. But I don't need you mucking around in my mud.
Every business in town has a night patrol. Just doing my job.
It ain't a job if you ain't getting compensated. Stubborn as a damn mule. Changing out the soaps. You keep your eye on that door. Hey! What the hell are you doing coming through the front? You trying to put us both out of business?
I'm done working for tonight. Was just hoping to rest.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to raise my voice, but we all got to be careful. I hear Bascom's been coming down hard on folks lately.
Why not be a man who dreams for himself?
Hey, here for around a welding apprentice? Come on! What's your fix? Your desires are command.
Ma.
Jose! Oh, damnation, Donnie. I thought you were an outsider. Trying to forfeit your visitation privileges.
What the hell is this thing?
Keeps her body heat regulated.
Shouldn't she be awake by now?
Hard to say. The insulin may have collided with her natural slumber. I wouldn't worry. It's all part of the county regimen. Best to stay faithful to what's tried and tested.
She needs someone who understands how to treat her.
Well, unless you win the sweepstakes, I'm afraid this is all the treatment to be had.
Ma.
She can't hear you, Donnie. This new polyurethane's strong as all get out. Could probably build a bunker out of it. I just hope it helps quiet the chaos around her.
Two platters? Double meat?
Thanks, Miss Cherry.
You boys catch Father Coughlin's morning program?
No, we don't get a signal at the coop.
Well, I hate saying this, but I think it's safe to say their fingers creeping towards that button.
Oh, wouldn't that be something?
Well, if it's gonna happen to any civilization, it'd be this one. We truly are living in a carnival of wickedness.
Well, we won't stay aloof to the danger. We sure are grateful you're here to help keep us informed. Aren't we, Donnie?
I got other concerns. Like not starving to death.
Donnie, guard your tongue. You'll be lucky if I come back with any meat on your platter. Cotton picking.
And maybe it'd be better if the bomb did drop.
Oh, you don't mean that.
If I were you, I'd move back to Dakota and get on with my life.
I mean, they sure don't have a deli like this in Dakota. Oh, you're too quick for my appetite, Miss Cherry.
You boys keeping it clean over here?
You fella.
Bascom must be on one today.
Well, Mother's been concerned I'm spending too much time down there. I'm telling you, my bunker's becoming quite the marvel. Just hinge some wood to the wall, and it can act like a table if you wanted to, or it flips back up if you want to conserve space. Just figure, a nice open layout will...
Hey, can we get to it? I want to see BAB before the center closes.
Yeah, sure. I already fed the Orpingtons. Can help you sex for a bit. What we got?
Looks like 2 females and a rooster.
Oh boy, you're getting good at that.
Nah, it ain't hard. You see the point on this one?
Yeah, I see it. It's a rooster, right?
That's right.
So it's around like this one. It's a lady?
Well, you gotta take into account the texture, too. The rooster surface is much rougher.
That's why you're the master egg sexer.
Mr. Bascom? Harold? Your ledger, please. No. Harold, I'll be frank. The talk around town is that you've been allowing some unsavory clientele into your establishment. And it's now clear that you falsified your records to conceal your wrongdoing, which disappoints me even more.
Well, as you can tell by our pillow stacks, we ain't exactly selling out rooms.
Yes, but you're well aware of the moral standards we're all required to uphold.
Well, I offer comfortable accommodations. You buy a pillow, you get a room. I'm not here to pry into my patrons' affairs.
But these patrons are promoting a culture of addiction and degradation. The well-being of Winston is more important than your profit-loss margin.
So what am I supposed to do? Turn away paying countrymen because of your unwritten rules?
I expected more gratitude from you, Harold. I've labored greatly to ensure the Negro is fairly judged in this community, and yet you still choose to dishonor us. In front of my son, no less. I'm afraid we'll have to address this. Put him up here. Carolinko. blade. This is not something I relish. But we must stand by our principles. Gentle with him. I understand you likely view my methods as harsh. But this town totters on the edge of ruin. Can you imagine it without ethical enforcement? Just the tones.
It's flat out wicked, but we need to stay hopeful. And a man can live years without his toes. And I'd go out back and needle some chuck-eye. I need something pure to wash my mind of all this.
From what I hear, it could have been his leg.
I have traveled from the Grand Forks to the Noahoga Bottom and back. And I've never seen a man as twisted as Bascom. When your method of justice is cutting off limbs, instilling fear into the innocent people of this town. Yeah. I think you deserve to be boiled alive.
Best of luck with that.
I don't need luck, I need you, Donnie. See, I believe you and I can give that gutless vulture the justice he deserves. I know I probably sound like a bona fide kook right now. And I know this whole town is living under his shadow. But I also know that Minston deserves better. So why not do something about it?
Your mind's all mangled. He can't be touched.
Come on. You're seeing things through a magnifying glass. I'm handing you a telescope. If you choose to look through it, I'll show you exactly how we can carry out his sentence.
Why the hell would I involve myself with you?
Because I know about your mother. I don't ask for a man's help without offering him something in return. I have read everything there is to know about Bab's condition, and though our prognosis seems bleak, I have reason to believe there is still hope for her. It's a modern marvel, a holistic approach to healing the mind. And if you accept my proposal, this can be Bab's new reality. What do you say, Donnie? Will you help me take down John Merriweather Bascom?
Can I get you the hell out of here? There's this behavioral center up in Macoupin. I just found a way to get us the money we need to get you there.
Who the hell would want someone's toes?
You don't need to concern yourself over it. Just didn't want you hearing it from the chatterheads.
I thought that's why you were there in the first place.
There's nothing that could have been done.
They're all a bunch of Philistines. And you wonder why this place is the way it is.
Hey, you got no idea.
I know plenty about the kind of people that dig into Mr. Harold's pillow stack. And you just sit there and let it happen, thinking you're somehow blameless. He's not coming.
Wrap your mind around a new way to battle, because your days of waltzing up to a man and overpowering him with your knuckles are over. To take down a man of Bascom's stature, we'll need to be prepared, covert, deliberate. He's got a slew of brogues watching his every move, but before we even think about busting down his door and taking his currency, there are facets of your mind and body that need sharpening, and that's why we're here. You may question my methods, but if you trust the process, believe me, you'll taste the fruit. Weakness. Everyone's got one. But the men who can recognize it in themselves learn to overcome it. What's your weakness?
No, I have one.
Dig deeper. What's your weakness? What about that mile-wide temper of yours? We're not gonna have room for one of Donnie's hissy fits when we're in the thick of Bascom's quarters. These darts won't kill you, barely make you bleed. So there's no reason to exclaim when they hit you. Did reacting make it feel better? No, reacting didn't do a damn thing to ease your pain. Now when you can sit silent for 3 in a row, I'll stop. Too much reaction.
I barely flinched.
Control your emotions, and it'll all be over.
Switch over the head. That's good, because I can give you a little demonstration. And when you get a hold of one of his men, you take the dart and you stab. But don't just stab once, you keep stabbing until you pierce that artery and he lies dead in your arms.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. But if I'd lined those with the venom of a strawberry poison frog, you wouldn't be.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Wrong with me? We're trying to take down a militia, and you can't absorb a few pinpricks without turning into a circus chimp. If you give a damn about your mother, you will give me what I ask for. Your turn.
Welcome.
These look real promising, Mr. Harold. Stronger than most men's toes.
I have no interest in becoming a machine.
Hey, Mr. Harold, if there was anything I could have done different...
Hey, Donnie. Can we just move on?
In this sorrowful state, it's easy for us to pine for the decadent homes illustrated in the advertisements on the back of your soup cans. But why lust for what we fail to earn when the hands of our distant enemies threaten what little we do possess? Why yearn for more when our current residencies are but a bumbling button push from complete eradication? But I ask you instead to remember a time, a childhood time, when most of us enjoy the happy home. That home erected by your father's sweat, maintained by your mother's touch, surely did not have the conveniences of this modish soup-label homes you lust after. My friends, well, I know there are many
Hello?
who minced in the want and hunger.
Perfect timing. I just prepared some mixed meats.
I've no appetite.
Did you dine with him?
Why do you pursue needless exposition?
My imagination torments me.
Some of us don't have the luxury of simply imagining. I'll confirm the location of his currency tomorrow. The layout is simpler than I thought.
Sukahina, I can't imagine the turmoil your mind and body are enduring right now.
I can perform as long as is necessary.
All right, I gotta split.
You know, maybe I could come along with you. You know, I had to get some wood supplies for
No,
my...
I'm fine.
Well, what direction you heading? Maybe I could just come
No
along.
need to concern yourself. Just pay attention to those eggs, Brenton.
If you can't tell your friend and colleague what you've been up to, you ever consider maybe I shouldn't be doing it?
Got something to show you. All females, except one. You get yourself a few males together, you have yourself a war. Now, those Noah Hogan bastards down near the equator used to roast these poor creatures alive to extract the venom. But all you really gotta do is prick your tip right behind.
Who's that?
Woman leading us to bask. You look ravishing.
Thank you, John.
Turn. It's not polite to stare. Face forward, please.
Hand me that beaker. Go on, take a swig. We're gonna be here a while.
Can you help me, dear? Such a joy to have your company again.
Likewise.
I never imagined we'd be coming out.
Does it bother you?
Heavens.
Oh, my.
Is everything all right?
You seem to have torn my dress on your brace buckle.
Oh. You must be compensated. Ah. Ah. Take that to the tender exchange after you depart. I insist.
That's very generous of you.
It's my pleasure.
We have pretty strong confirmation of to expect down this corridor. Might see some resistance here, possibly here, but then it's a straight shot to the room. You take this while I split off down the other passage. If all goes well, we'll arrive seconds apart. The lumpy tyrant will be positioned on the bed, and here is where we suspect he keeps his currency. And damn it, Donnie, every ounce of legal tender in there is gonna be yours. For the help.
What's in it for you?
Hell. All of it. Knocking down his door. Firing a dart straight into his potato belly. Watching his crooked body seize up like a mannequin, alive only in his mind. So all he can do is look at me, knowing exactly why he's lying there, choking on his own saliva. There's gonna be plenty in it for me.
Do you remember this?
It was opus.
Yes. I want you to have it.
You know I can't play it.
You don't need to play it. But I'd like to see you hold it. I know I wasn't always always wholesome with you before your maturation. But I want you to know my affection for you has always been sincere. I treasure this opportunity we've been granted.
Why on earth?
Warren escaped.
Someone's coming.
Grab the darts.
He's coming right at us.
There's no way he can see us. Keep peace with you. Be mindful of the tip.
Leatherface fella's back. The 2 full cycles through the rotation?
Yep.
They're regimented, that's for sure. And it bodes well for us. This preparation is vital, paramount. But it's not everything. You always got to be on guard for the unknown. When I was younger than your sister, I spent a sultry summer on a wetland gulch. Every day I'd head out onto the banks to track toads. That time of year, they'd trench themselves in the mud to beat the heat. Well, one day, I'm making my way to the center of the gully when I see an oversized Creole man dipping in his own honey. Everything in me knew that if I was detected, he'd mince me alive. The men of that culture, they were territorial with their breeding grounds. So I had 2 choices. I could either sink into the mud, unsure if I'd ever make it out, or I could risk letting that inflamed porpoise of a man have his way with me. Needless to say.
out of here. You okay? Why the hell didn't you kill that animal? You gonna answer me? He ain't normal. He's one of them. And they're what's standing between us and Bascom. So I suggest you bury whatever the hell that was deep inside, or else you're gonna fuck this up for all of us. Including your mother. Let's get the hell out of here.
Why not be a man who dreams for himself? It's you. Come closer. Let's get you calmed down. Come out. Come on, Warren.
Damn it, Donnie.
What's your idea?
Get him to the bunker. Go. Lord, I wish you hadn't done that. If your mother had any idea what was going on. I don't want you wasting another night here.
Bean, you here?
Shouldn't we mind the drill?
No need. It's merely a reminder of what's possible. If they have nothing to fear, they'll only wallow in pleasure and perversion.
is it?
Warren. He's never taken kindly to the drills. I wish he was safely in his quarters.
Oh, surely he'll return home soon. Perhaps for his evening stew.
He has no sense of time.
I'm sure in his own way he has a sense of longing for his father.
Would you do something special for me? To ease my pain?
What would you like?
Would you disrobe to the cadence of the siren?
Two, three. Donnie. Oh, jeez. I hope you didn't dodge the drill.
Is someone gonna tell me you're here?
I've been staying here for days. You just now noticed.
I brought you a platter.
Wouldn't you believe it? They keep food in this house. Should see if BAB wants it.
Hey, where you going?
Hey, I'm sorry, Don. But, Mother and I have discussed it, and we think it'd be best if Bean stayed with us for the time being.
That what you want?
Sure as hell don't want to be involved with whatever you're doing.
We could be filling our head with...
Look. I know I shouldn't have been snooping. Okay, but first I see you assaulting a dummy, and then I see you doing who knows what with some stranger. And Mr. Bascom, I'm not judging you, Donnie, but I don't see how any of this could be right for Bean.
You got no fucking idea, Brenton. Brenton? Brenton.
What'd you do to him?
Nothing.
Come on, Brenton, snap out of it. You can leave now.
Let me help you get him inside.
We don't need you here. Just stay the hell away.
She was a wider woman, but very limber in her movements, as the small man would dodge the device. Her voice would crescendo with haunting precision. I only wish I could have shared the majesty of that moment with you. Tell me you found him.
I'm sorry to say we haven't, but now we've got more pressing matters. Carol Lenko's gone missing. Found this on the strip. I'm putting the estate on high alert.
Are you certain that's necessary?
Until we know more, I'd advise it.
All right. As long as Warren is still priority.
Would you take me with you?
I don't think that would be prudent right now.
Please. I've been trapped in this dress for an unbecoming amount of time.
One would never know it. You look as fresh as...
To be forthright, I have a special performance planned. To do it without proper rehearsal would be irreverent to the piece.
All right. Drop her off first. I'll send a vehicle back for you at nightfall.
I've been trying to shoo the thoughts away, but they just keep coming. I want you out of here. But I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. Just wake up and tell me what to do. Look, tell me what to do. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up, Ma! Wake up! What have you done?
What?
You killed one of his men.
No.
How did you injure yourself?
I was attacked. That animal child is.
Well, one of his men is missing. Their level of alarm is heightening. Must move immediately.
Should we let things simmer? Stake it back out in a week or so.
He's still comfortable, unsuspecting. If something else goes wrong, opportunity may be gone forever.
Doing anything now would be foolish. Now we need to send you back in and wait for things to stabilize. Hell, we haven't even found his currency.
It's in his wardrobe, just as I suspected. The key is tethered to his back brace. There's plenty for the boy's mother.
All the more reason to not act in haste and jeopardize losing it. Just give it a day or so.
Stop it, Milton! For your cowardice.
What the hell's wrong with you? I lose a plum-sized chunk of my shoulder, and you expect us to go prancing into a death den full of men on high alert.
I'm sorry. I'm at my end.
Then we finish it tonight. What depravity must a man have inside him to do that to a female? They were just trying to put food on their table. I know your family has felt the sting of Bascom's evil more than anyone. But I want you to know that I have felt it too. The woman I love was one of his first victims. He may not have cut off a limb or turned her into an experiment. But he made his mark. She was 12 years old. They were
So we heard he had become a man of power, a symbol of justice. We had no other choice but to act. In the pursuit of bloodshed, it's always in a man's nature to question the integrity of his actions. But when that thought starts to roast inside you, you come back to this place, to these women, and you pluck that doubt right out of your mind. Shall I remove the brace?
That's far enough. What can we do for you?
Let her go. Rhoda? Do you know this man?
Bascom was a man of principle. He wasn't concerned with money. Here, sell this. Take it. Have it all.
You really think money would help your mother?
It wasn't that long ago. I mean, almost everyone would have told you basketball was nothing but wicked. And now all of a sudden they won back.
You have no idea the harm you've caused.
Well, I don't care what kind of hot air's floating around out there. As long as he's okay.
I've got something with a little more kick that can help you forget all of this.
Don't bother. Nobody touches the soaps these days.
Oh, but it was such a staple of the character. What can we do for you? I'm afraid if you want a room, you need to purchase a pillow. You think I should, intervene?
What are you gonna do?
I'm sorry, Mr. Harold. I wish I could administer that firm hand of justice, but...
It's not your gift.
All right.
Desires are command.
There's no need to be bashful. Have you heard of Welded Apprentice? Only 50 cents per 15 minutes.
No, thank you, ma'am.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
You keep them cleaner next time, I'll get you more.
When the sea was poisoned, I remember feeling such a burden, as if I was somehow responsible. Could I have done more? Could I have stopped it? There are so few things in this universe that are truly edifying. Things we need to cultivate, to foster. And I really believe your mind is one of them, Bean. I've got some unique opportunities I want you to consider. Time where we can hone in and figure out what makes that crafty noggin tick. So how about we make a weekly commitment?
Okay, Bean. It's time to go.
See you Monday, Bean.
This feels pretty light. Get your books?
I left them in my desk.
Won't do you much good there.
There's no class tomorrow.
What?
Girls don't go on Fridays anymore.
Jeepers. You know, I was reading through the atlas, saw there's a whole section of terrain north of the basin. I was thinking maybe we could double up on Sunday chores.
Would you give it up already? If Donnie wanted to be here, he'd be here.
The shade of a coolabah tree, and he watched and he sang and he waited till his Billy.
Hey, you stop, all right? Stop it right now.
Billy Boyle, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me.
Let's go.
Waltzing Matilda. I'm helping her.
I've heard that from you before. Nothing new to report, Brenton. A few days ago, I thought I saw a twitch in her knuckle, but my guess is it was involuntary.
Well, that can't be a bad thing, right?
I couldn't say either way. We haven't had too much one-on-one time lately.
Yeah, are we sure this apparatus is still doing the good it's supposed to?
Brenton, our medical personnel is lean as a duck breast. Now's not the time for anyone to get experimental.
Come on. Yeah, I know you're in there, all right? Hey, wake up. Oh, I could really use you right now.
vodka. Please enter immediately. Report.
Here for more piggy tips.
I've been more than fair, lending out pork shell.
I don't want more piggy tips!
Well, I can't give away all my meat. And besides, it's chained up.
Get as much as you can carry!
You know, I cherish your piggy tips. They're tender and tasty. Yeah, they have just the right amount of moisture. Get the fuck out of here.
Take him with you.
Any realization in our heart. We didn't know if you live in soul, breathing. We pray and we pray. What's your mama say? Oh, look at you. You're nothing but a sack of flesh and bones. We need to get some meat in you. Let's get some meat in you.
Would you mind sacking up a couple platters?
What forbid?
I'm one for the folks at the Seer. I should get there before closing time.
Say no more. It's awful what happened in this place.
Maybe it's time to make it better.
You go on, and I'll close up and bring a whole sack of meat for everybody.
Don't close up for me.
It's enough of that. It's time to celebrate. No.
What the hell are you doing? Let's
go. If it's coming, I want to be here to face it. Shoo! Shoo, you go on. Shoo. Staying with my mates.
I'm sorry.
Are you gonna go check on her?